Ashwick Freeman, Uachtaráin Cumann Lúthchleith Scéal, Mara na Cathrach, Ian Uashla, Fernan na Scoilne, Cólachtaí agus Scantaí, Riamid Fáilte Riamh Valléir, Chuigoscailt Ifigúil, our Bark Nua Forpaha, Cork na Mara. We welcome all of you today to the official opening of our newly developed CBS Brothers Field. While this field has been the focal point for much school-based activity over the years since the new primary school opened here in 1953, it's now an excellent playing facility which will provide opportunity for the students of both schools to hone their skills into the future. The development work on this field was initiated in 2011 by a committee which included members of both school communities. The very generous financial support of the Board of Management at CBS Secondary School was a significant catalyst in helping to get the project off the ground. We thank also the Board of Management at CBS Primary School for their support. During the development phase, we received very generous contributions from the Department of Education and Skills, and I want to pay tribute to our past student, Mr. Bill Kavanagh, for his role in supporting our application. I wish also to thank most sincerely Kilkenny County Board and the Leinster Council for their financial support. I would like also to thank the parents of students of both schools for their generous support through various fundraising initiatives, and particularly the weekly school lotto programme in association with the Past Pupils Union. The Past Pupils Union continue to support developments in both schools, and I thank them for their ongoing contribution. From the vision of Blessed Edmund Rice, generations of young men have benefited down through the years from a pioneering education that involved the integration of classrooms, sports field, stage and parish church. Countless men, known simply as brothers, followed in the footsteps of Brother Edmund Rice. Today we must salute and recognise the generations of great men who, as members of the Christian Brothers Order, devoted their lives to the holistic development of thousands of students over the decades. I want also to pay tribute to the lay staff who have continued to build on the firm foundations laid by the Christian Brothers and who continue to give generously of their time in promoting games in our schools. The involvement of staff in preparing teams to participate in inter-school competitions across a wide variety of sporting and extracurricular activities is most generous and is indeed critical to the levels of success which we enjoy as a school community. I want to thank the city-based clubs who have consistently facilitated us over the years in the use of their facilities. But I want especially to single out Dixborough GA Club, with whom we have a close relationship over the years, and who have always been extremely generous to us in making their excellent grounds available. I want also to register our appreciation to their staff who have always worked with us to maintain our pitch. I would like also to express our sincere thanks to Mr. James McGarry and his expert team for their maintenance programme, and the field today reflects that expertise. It is fitting that we host the final of the Jim Langton tournament today. The most famous son of CBS Kilkenny was a member of the first CBS team to win a Leinster Senior Colleges title in 1936. We welcome his son Jim to join with us in our celebrations today. I would like also to thank the Joint Committee from both schools who have organised our official opening today and who have ensured that all arrangements have been put in place to make this a memorable occasion. I would like to thank Mr. Eddie Houlihan, our MC, for his input. I want to especially thank an Uachtaráin Cumann Lúthchleith Scéal, Mr. Egan O'Farrell, for his presence here today to perform the official opening of our newly developed Brothers Field. Gavin Buakish Dia Villa, Aspelding and Shohinu, Egan Sarmanish Oscailte Shaw, Hasulagam Go, Winnig Shift Tanov Oscar Galuri, Doreb Mahagot.
Thank you very much, Tom. Our next speaker is Principal of Kilkenny Primary School, Mr. Donald McCarthy.
I hear Ashwick Freeman, Uachtaráin Cumann Lúthchleith Scéal, Mara na Cathrach, Cahirlig an Bord Banistíochta Conroy Higgins, a Hish Mahori na Scola, agus go háirithe a páistí agus Iar Scolari na Scola, where an Páilte ar le roimh ar fad, and you're all very welcome here today. In his inaugural address as Uachtaráin Cumann Luachtas Gael, Egan O'Farrell emphasised the importance of reaffirming the values upon which the Gaelic Athletic Association was founded. He continued to state that it's all about pride in our villages, pride in our parishes, and pride in our communities. That the player is at the centre of everything we do in the association, and the heart of the association is all about our games. The ideals of the Christian Brothers have been very consistent with the ideals of the Gaelic Athletic Association. A high standard of excellence has been achieved both in the classroom and on the playing fields since their arrival in Kilkenny, and continues to be our aim into the future. The children are at the centre of everything we do, and they in return have given back 100-fold to the school through their individual talents, be they educational or sporting. When the Christian Brothers first came to Kilkenny in 1860, both the primary and secondary schools shared one campus on James's Street until the primary school moved to its present location in 1953. What a historic occasion that was. The redeveloped field that you are looking at today may look completely different from what it looked like from 1953 to 2011. But one thing hasn't changed. The Brothers Field was always at the heart of the community. And when you look beyond the newly erected fencing, you have Father Murphy Square, Fatima Place, Emmett Street, St. Francis Terrace, and further back again you have the Old Callan Road and Dean Kavanagh Place. Down through the years, children from these communities, and of course, children from other city and country parishes attended Scully Gnád Rees to be educated by the Brothers and lay teachers. The Brothers School always had a reputation for excellence. Many went on to excel at Gaelic games, especially hurling, under the guidance and stewardship of Brothers and lay staff alike. On this pitch, many dreams were realised, but as Egan O'Farrell stated, that the GAA builds communities and builds character. Many of these children went on to be respected members of their communities at home and abroad, and also went on to represent both our club and county with great distinction. The Edmund Rice Schools Trust was formed in 2008 when the numbers of Christian Brothers began to diminish. Its aim was that the Edmund Rice philosophy would continue into the future. One of the 5 key elements of that philosophy was creating a caring school environment. By fulfilling this element, I know that we are sending children out into society instilled with the values and ideals of the Christian Brothers and of Edmund himself. It would be remiss of me if I didn't mention the late Tommy O'Brien, the first lay principal of the school when he took over in 1984. Tommy was a former president of the Handball Association of Ireland and well known and respected in GAA circles. His promotion of hurling and handball is well documented, and he is much loved by all who were mentored by him. We in the primary school still continue to share strong educational, cultural and sporting ties with our colleagues in the CBS secondary. The redeveloped field is as a result of the close cooperation between the boards of management of both schools and the foresight of both principals, Mr. Dennis O'Reilly in the primary school and Mr. Tom Clark in the secondary school. This project is a fitting tribute to all present and past pupils and to all the teachers who have taught in the school since 1953. We hope that many more generations of boys, and who knows, maybe girls, will continue to enjoy this top-class amenity. And before I finish, it is fitting that it was a team from the home place of Blessed Edmund Rice that were involved in the first game in the opening of our new pitch today. Thanks to the pupils of Bunskull Macaulay Rice from Callan for accepting our invitation today, and for the entertaining game of hurling that they served up along with our own pupils in the school. I thank our principal, Mr. John Maloney, and trainers of the team, Damien Elward and Mark Kelly. And I also thank our own Mr. Niall Bergen, trainer of our own school team today, and who also has given freely of his time over the years in promoting all that is good in the GAA. Again, I wish to thank Mr. Egan O'Farrell, Uachtaráin Cumann Luachtas Gael, for accepting our invitation here today. And Egan, as you said in your inaugural speech, everybody matters in the association, no matter what role they play. How true that is also in schools where board of managements, parents' councils, teachers, pupils, ancillary staff and parents work together to promote their school in the best possible light. So, Araigling Lekela Garagag Blair.
CBS Primary, and Mr. Matt Breen, Chairman of Kilkenny CBS Secondary Board of Management, to make a presentation on Tuathain Egon O'Curry.
It's a little bit risky giving me the present at the start before I perform the official opening, because I might make a hymns of it. Would they take it back, lads? What do you think? If I don't do the opening well, will I have to give back that lovely presentation I received? Okay. If you weren't out here at this official opening now, 1:30, where would you be? Where should you be on a Monday at 1:30? In class. Will we go into class then? No. Where would you rather be, in class or out on the pitch? Okay, well I think that's the most important thing anyone can say here today, and I'm delighted you said that, because all these important adults, Mara na Carruck, the mayor of our city, our Aspel Ossory, the Bishop of Ossory, and all our GAO officials and all the department officials, they have worked to give you a field. Are you pleased? I think you should give all these wonderful people a bullabus. And I hope that you use it. I have just one complaint. Can I give you a complaint? I don't think the field looks like it's being used. It's too green. It's too green. So the next time I come back, I hope that there's lots of mud to be seen, because you'll be using it, won't you? Make sure you use it. And as president of the Gaelic Athletic Association, I want to first of all say thank you to the schools. The principals, we've heard them both speak, your principal Donal here in Scull na Mráithre, and your principal Tom in the secondary school, and all of the teachers. Teachers do so much for us in Ireland, and the mayor and the bishop and all of us in the GAA, we greatly appreciate that. It was teachers who founded the GAA, and it was teachers who continue to sustain it, to grow it, and to do so much for the GAA. We have now spread into every parish in Ireland. We are now spreading strongly right around the world, but teachers give so much of their time in schools like yours, and I want you to give another bullabus to all the teachers for what they do. Ireland, we're lucky that we have a very happy and a very good Department of Education and Skills. And they know that it's important to provide good buildings, to put excellent teachers into those buildings, but they also know we need good facilities for sport. And it's nice that Bill Kavanagh is here representing the Department of Education. Bill's a past pupil of this school, but not just Bill, everyone involved in the department, they deserve our special appreciation. A Minister for Education back in 1967 said that they would never build another school without a playing pitch. That didn't always happen, but it is happening now. We in the GAA greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Bill, and thank you to everyone in the Department of Education for what you do in providing facilities. Go Maithag of Dunrine Education. Conor and Matt, as chairman of the boards of management, clearly also understand the role of sport and the role of GAA in the school system, and we appreciate what the boards of management have done. I don't often see a field as good as this one. Boys, do you see how big it is? Look at. Would you be able to run up and down that with a hurl? We're going to watch to see, can you do that? We're going to set a challenge for you later. But it's important. Not many schools have a field as big as that one. That's a good and a full-sized hurling field and football field for GAA games, and I'm delighted that you have such a wonderful facility at your school. And the important thing about a pitch is that we enjoy it. Some of you will go on to play with your clubs. Dixborough has been mentioned, and I'm sure there's some here from O'Loughlin Gales as well, and from various other clubs in the city. And you may even play for Kilkenny. Does anyone here cheer for Kilkenny? I can't hear you. Does anyone cheer? Okay. But could I say, my county never won a hurling All-Ireland, and the last time we won a football All-Ireland was before I was born. So it doesn't happen that often. You live in a lucky place, enjoy it. And whether you go on to play with your club or your county, it doesn't really matter. What matters is what will happen out here on this pitch. Enjoy it, enjoy our games. We have the best games in the world, and here in Kilkenny, is it true to say you are the best hurling county in the world? Not in Ireland, in the world. And it's because you have great teachers, great facilities like this that starts it all off. And finally, could I thank the Kilkenny GAA board. I'm delighted that their chairman, Ned Quinn, and Jimmy Welsh, secretary, is here. They give a lot of their time, they give a lot of their energy and money into promotion of Gaelic games in our clubs and in our schools. And it's wonderful to see Eddie acting as an MC here. Clearly the link between schools and clubs is very strong. So, Áthas an Bheithliv, delighted to have been invited on Seo, go G on Skull, chun an páirt oscailt go Hifigúil, tá súil agam go mhaithí sibse na buachalaí, a long tainneamh as feithe gimmerte maithin sin, and thank you to all the boys who played in the first game. It was a wonderful game. We really enjoyed the skills watching you, and that's the type of skills and enjoyment we hope that you get. So from everybody involved in Cummanúchas Gael, in Kilkenny, in Leinster and in GA nationally, from all the civic authorities and funders, because without the money we couldn't do it, and from your bishop. And it was wonderful to hear Donald the Priavidja speak about the brothers. I'm glad it's been called the Brothers' Field, Páirt na Mráithre. It has a ring to it, but it has an important heritage to it. And the brothers did so much for Irish people. It's lovely to see them remembered fondly here in Kilkenny, and I admire you for that and compliment you on it. And it's nice that you have your bishop to bless the field and to make sure that we're all healthy and well. Because sport is good for our bodies, but more importantly, it's good for our minds also. And in Kilkenny, Kilkenny hurling and Kilkenny GAA is a very strong GAA county because of the facilities you have. So Míle Bhuíochas, I will go away from here with many fond memories of happy, excited young people, a wonderful facility. Thank you again, Gora Míle Maithigh to the teachers, secondary and primary, for the volunteer times you put into our Gaelic games. Sometimes we don't get a chance to say thank you, but we greatly appreciate it. And thank you all very much. I wish everybody involved with Páirt na Mráithre very, very well, and delighted to declare it officially open. Gora Maithigh.
Come on lads, welcome the two teams up along. Give them a cheer.